Locks unloaded.
Hello and welcome to Dreadhead Talks. So today I'm going to do a thing that I'm going to call Dreadhead Must-Haves, where I tell you all of the crucial things that aided me in getting the dreadlocks that I have today. 1. Super important, you have to have incense. Everybody with dreads has these incense. What flavor is this? Precious musk flavor. Actually, just to get the environment right, I'm gonna burn one right now. You can pretty much get this at any of your local spiritual shops. These are really good for healing your soul and you know, clearing out the chi of your space. And then you get the luscious smoke. It just fills the air. You also need to have a substantial number of head wraps. Oftentimes you're being lazy and you haven't twisted your hair in 3 months, and people who don't even have dreadlocks are starting to say, what's going on with your hair? You want to have an ample supply of head wraps that you can tie around your head and hide the fact that you're lazy. Make sure that as much head wrap as possible is showing, so it looks like an intentional choice instead of something that you do because you're lazy. Sometimes if you're trying to go somewhere and have people be nice to you, so you're trying to look a younger age than you are, you can tie it into a bow and then people will think you're 14. This is one of my favorite head wraps because of the size of it. It's actually probably a scarf, like something that you wear around your neck in the winter. Ta-da! And you're instantly Erykah Badu. I actually can't see what I look like, but this is the general gist of what I do. Pro tip, sometimes the head wrap is not enough. Sometimes you need to go a step further so that people know that you're truly woke. You have to dip into your stash of oversized earrings. Mixing and matching is fine. It's okay if your earrings don't match your head wrap at all. Most of these came from the flea market in Harlem, but if you want, you can tell people you got them from Kenya and Nigeria if you want to lie. This pair actually came from the flea market in Berkeley, California. The incense actually smell really good. This one says Om on it. You want to make sure that you like mix together different religions and spiritualities in your own aesthetic so that people know that you're open to the world, but that you're also confused and you're just bumbling through it like a young child. Anybody with dreadlocks needs to have an Africa earring. You can have an African necklace. This could actually double as a necklace. If you had a chain, you could stick it on that. But it's really important that people know that you're connected to your roots. This one has the Kwanzaa colors and it's like a 3-parter. So this is just like the cream of the crop of Africa earrings. It's unclear if it's focusing to me. I actually don't know if any of this is in focus. So they're just big wooden circles that barely fit and kind of hang off of my ear. Let's move on before the incense completely burns out. You also need to have patchouli oil, the infamous patchouli oil. So this is important because this is what everybody expects you to smell like when you have dreadlocks. It can be any smell or any flavor, but it has to come in this little bottle with a little roller, and it has to be like just this weird amber yellow color. With the incense. I actually smell like my mom. This is actually my favorite smell though, Egyptian musk, and you can get this at, I really only ever find them in New York, but they might have them in Oakland, just like stands where they sell those oils in big bottles. You also need tea tree oil. You can definitely smell it in the air around you and you're like, somebody around here is wearing tea tree oil. But this is actually a natural antiseptic. This is actually true. If you're having dandruff, tea tree oil in your shampoo can actually help. Some things that you actually need. A bonnet. My bonnet is reversible. This is really important at night. So as you can see, my bonnet is very stylish and really I could wear it outdoors if I so chose. If I was to choose to do so. Just to put your head up at night, especially if you're on vacation and you don't know about what sheets you'll be sleeping on. Back to the adornment phase of this tutorial. Well, actually the history behind cowrie shells is that they used to be used as currency, so that's why they're so prized as part of jewelry and they're kind of expensive, but also they scream I'm woke, and you should have them on everything that you own. If you're really woke and you really have dreadlocks, everything you own should be covered in cowrie shells. As you can see, I actually got this at H&M, but like I could have gotten it at a thrift store in Harlem. So, and it's covered in cowrie shells and it's just a place for you to keep your hopes and your dreams. all cowrie shell everything. You have to have a dashiki. Like, I mean, come on. Even Beyonce has a dashiki. So here's a dashiki. As is the theme, bought this in the street in New Haven, Connecticut. It was like $10. Definitely a steal. Here's a little combo pro tip. What you want to do is look at your dashiki and find the biggest area of color. What I'm seeing a lot of right now is a lot of blue. So I'm gonna go to my head wrap area. On the back of your head, pull it up to the top. Make sure you get your ears in. I have really big ears, so I like to get them under the head wrap. To really take it to another level, you want to add in a contrast pop. Suddenly we have crafted an entire look. In 5 minutes, that looks like we are woke AF. Make sure that your dreads are out to play, and then move on. So once you're dressed, as you should be dressed when you have dreadlocks, you smell like Egyptian musk, your room smells like paradise musk, you're wondering, how can I take this to the next level? Books. Because in order to be woke, you have to be knowledgeable. I've chosen a couple of choice books that I keep near me at all times. I like to carry these around so I look laden down. Buddhism, duh. Sudokus. So people know that you're good at math, but like, you just do it for fun. Social psychology. This makes people afraid of you. Native Son by Richard Wright. Of course I've read Native Son by Richard Wright. Look at me. The LSAT book. I haven't taken the LSAT. I probably won't take the LSAT for a couple of years. I carry this around so people know I might have taken the LSAT. You should be afraid of me. I might know the law. This is called The Unraveling of America. It's important that in your collection you have books that just make people wonder if you're just out for anarchy. The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. This shows that you're not one-dimensional. So as you can see, these are just a few of the books that I have on my shelf, but books can play really important props. Think of Harriet Tubman. On the topic of props, you want to make sure that you have a pair of weird glasses. I actually am wearing contacts right now, so I can't see out of these, but don't I look smarter? You've crafted a look. You look like you have dreadlocks. And you have dreadlocks. But now you're wondering, Simba, you've told us about the aesthetics. You've told us about the aesthetics. Great question. Fish oil pills. Just have these in your house. Take them sometimes. Don't take them. Fish oil. Pausing for a moment to talk about something real. You see my spray bottle of water. Actually, something that you can do is take this, put a little bit of tea tree oil in it so you have the antiseptic qualities, and then you can also put a little bit of your patchouli oil in it. And it makes it smell really nice, last for a long time. You don't have to change the water as often because of the tea tree oil, and you can use this to just freshen up your hair, retwist the front ones. Oftentimes, I'm too lazy to actually twist my full head, so sometimes I just take the front ones like this and just twist them. Then it looks like you've retwisted your head, but really you've only retwisted like 3 rolls. Now we're back on track because something else that I wanted to tell you guys about was really big hair bands. Anytime you find a friend who has these, who doesn't have as much hair as you do, try to switch with them for the hair bands that you actually have. Because something that I find that my dreads do a lot is break hair bands. So I try to keep these really large ones that can actually withstand the pressure of my large hair headness. I have the oil that you guys already saw in my other video. A lot of people are really afraid of cutting their dreadlocks. This is just old hair, and just like people with straight hair get dead ends, the ends of your hair are slowly getting drier and older. Also, dreads don't grow at the same rate. So you'll have dreads that are a lot longer than others. This can also be because of the style that you start your dreadlocks in. For me, I had kind of like a uptown fade. So the dreads on the top of my head are a lot longer than the ones that were on the side or coming from the front. Sometimes dreads, in order to look nicer and fresher, all they need is a little bit of a trim. Product plug. If you really want to look woke and you really want to be a part of the Dreadhead team, you should buy a Sim bag. These are actually bags that I paint. So if you find this bag just to be the ultimate woke accessory and you want it, please DM me or look for my Facebook and message me on Facebook because I sell these. Stay woke. Stay locked and nerdy. Stay locked and loaded.
Locks unloaded.